and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good evening. First, I'd like to thank FKCCI for inviting me and giving this opportunity to say a few words about the Indo-French relationship in the field of business and trade, and to organize, which is now this yearly event. I think it's the third or fourth time I come to this event. It's always a very interesting one, and for of course all the events you organize all year long. We also have a Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Bangalore, the Indo-French Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and as many of your chambers, as the FKCCI, it's a very important tool for networking and for helping to connect both government and companies, but also our various countries. As it had been said, India is a land of many opportunities, and it's very much on the radar screen for French companies. No later than next Tuesday in Paris, we do a big event called Ambition India. I think more than 300 companies have registered, and it's a one-day event. Our ambassador will be there. The Indian ambassador in Paris will be there. But more than that, more than diplomat, many business people will be there to explain, to give testimonies, to explain what is the vision of India, what has been their journey so far by investing in India, by working with India, and we hope to have more and more French companies coming here. There is already around 1,000 French companies in this country. 3 lakh Indian people are working in India for French companies. 2 months back at Aero India, last February, we were very proud to be the first foreign delegation with 50 plus companies. Of course, I could name IT, I could name many other fields, and Bangalore is one of the preferred destinations for French companies. We also see this relationship both ways. We're very happy to have more and more French companies coming here, but we also want more and more Indian companies going to France. There are already several of them, but we want more, and we want to have them with a very simple message, which is welcome. Welcome to work in France, welcome to invest. We try to make it a smooth experience for Indian company where they open a subsidiary in France. Many of them have already done that. I hope many more will do that in the coming years. And we decline this message. Welcome to other field of the relationship. Business is important, of course. Pleasure is also important, and we are the first destination in the world for tourism, for foreign tourists. Well, last year we had something like 87 million foreign tourists visiting France. That's more than our population, so we are very happy of that. The target is to reach 100 million in 2025, and we very much count on the Indian tourists to help us to reach the target. So that's why we, as our Swiss colleague, we do a lot of visas, especially now, which is the high season. But we definitely want more and more Indian people going to France for business or for tourism. One more welcome and one last message about France, about our relationship, because our relationship is very much, the next generation will be very important, and the next generation right now is at university. France is the 4th largest destination in the world for foreign students, after US, UK, and Australia, I guess. And that's what Indian students do. They go first in the US, then in the UK, then in Australia, and then in France, because this year we will reach one of the targets, which is 10,000 Indian students in the French campuses, being for School of Engineering or business school or the kind of studies. On these 10,000 Indian students going to France, less than 1% will study in French. 99% of them will follow a curriculum fully taught in English. And usually when I say that, it comes as a surprise for many of you. So if your kids, your nephew, your friends' kids are considering to go to study abroad, as many Indian students does, please raise awareness, please tell them, oh, going to the US is a very good idea, going to UK, Australia, Switzerland, Germany is a very good idea. But what about France? This is the fourth largest destination in the world for foreign students. We have world-class education, which is most of the time very cost-effective, which means much cheaper than what you would pay in a university in the US or in UK. Living in France is usually not a bad experience. It seems that people tend to enjoy it. So when it comes to higher education, French also can be the smart option. So think about it. Business, tourism, education. Think about France. And of course, when you think France, you think Europe. So I hope we will have many occasions to tell you, bienvenue, welcome in France and in Europe. Thank you.